Hey guys, this is Sam at chillreptile.com, and today I'm going to review and show you what I think is the best landing page builder plugin for WordPress in 2019. And I'm going to go into some details on why I think that there's obviously a lot of different products on the market, especially for WordPress. Um, there's so many, in fact, that it can be quite difficult to parse through them all and figure out which one is right for you. So the landing page tool and the plugin that I'm going to be talking to you about today is called Thrive Architect, and it's a plugin that was created by the Thrive membership team. So let's dive right in. So right now, this is my website. This is a page that I actually built um, with Thrive Architect. But let's go over to my template testing page and we'll dive right in. Right now, you'll see one heck of a crazy page. Basically, on this page, I'm just testing a lot of stuff, lots of elements and pages and stuff. So we're looking at, and by the way, I'll drop a link below this video to Thrive Architect. I'll drop my affiliate link. So if you click through that link and purchase the plugin, which I believe is just a one-off payment, they do also have a membership service where you get all of their plugins for one cost every year, but Thrive Architect itself is just a plugin. It's a one-off payment, I believe. If you click through my link and purchase it, I do get a small commission at no additional cost to you. So if you are gonna purchase the plugin, super appreciated if you use my link, just as a tiny way of saying thank you for creating this content. So let's dive right into it. What exactly is Thrive Architect? How do you create landing pages with it? What kind of landing page can you create with it? And what is some of the functionality that goes along with the plugin? And I'm gonna dive into it, including the page building stuff and the templates. So I think most of you may be interested to start with the templates. What kind of templates can you create? Because the cool thing about Thrive Architect is that it comes with dozens of pre-built landing page templates that with just a single click, you can load up on your page and then start editing. So similar to something like ClickFunnels or Lead Pages, it comes with a bunch of pre-built in templates. And that's where you're almost always going to start, unless you're just creating something from scratch. So let's dive in. We'll go into the templates first, and then from there we will go into some of the plugin functionality, and then some of the page editor functionality, what you can actually do on each page, and some of the deeper functionality. Because the cool thing about Thrive Architect is, I mean, almost every day I find some new bit of functionality that I can use to make my landing pages better, to make them convert better, um, to make the design better, or anything like that. So let's dive in. We'll select a real simple template at first, and from there we'll move forward. So let's see here. Landing page settings. I don't think that's the one I want. Advanced settings. I don't think that's, oh, here we go. My mistake. Sorry about that. I was looking in the wrong place. Okay, so see, immediately you'll see this opens up and it gives you a selection of landing page templates. And also over here are saved landing page templates. So when you create something that you really like, let's say a perfect example is like a thank you page. A thank you page, you don't need to recreate the wheel, like a confirmation page I'm talking about, like if somebody opts in for your freebie, you don't always want to reinvent the wheel. You can use the same thank you page for multiple um, opt in or whatever you're using. So you might create a thank you page and then want to use it again later, in which case you can just save it and then use it again everywhere. So that's what I've done, for example, here. And that lets me rapidly use the same design whenever I want. But let's take a look at the actual templates in here. So the first thing you'll notice is there's a bunch of basically card icons, and you're simply going to expand. Let's say you like on the front level one of these, and so you want to see what it goes. So this one is called Pro Layers. So I'm going to expand this set, and check this out. It gives me a ton of different templates, all in this same design, which is really awesome. So you can theoretically, and a lot of people do this, including myself, create entire sales funnels with these different landing pages. So you can see here we have a lead generation page, a two-step lead generation page. These are opt-in pages. A video page, it looks like a VSL page, a launch page, a webinar registration. I mean, literally anything. So let's pick something a little bit more basic actually to start with. Let's see here. Maybe just, I kind of like this really dead simple looking. These pages are so simple. Let's see, vibrant double whammy webinar, webinar registration. Nah, let's not use these ones actually. I just want a simple opt-in page, so something that you can build your list with. Here's a squeeze page set, a mini squeeze page set. There's a bunch of them. So let's just grab this. As soon as I click on that and I choose the template, it's going to overwrite everything on this page. So what you need to know is if you do that, it's going to basically destroy all your previous work. There is a functionality in here where you can revert to a previous revision state, so you can basically go back. But when you do that, it's going to write over everything on the page and use this template. So so choose your template wisely before you actually start tinkering and doing the work. So let's give it a second here to load up. By the way, while this is loading, one of the reasons I love this company and I love their products and I use it for all my WordPress stuff is quite simply they care about their product. So they're always working on it. They're always updating it. They're always making it better, which I find to be one of the worst things about WordPress developers is they often just leave their products and kind of let them fall to the wayside. Whereas the Thrive team seems to have a vested interest in continuously creating and designing better products. This obviously is loading up a little bit slow, so apologies for that. All right, so now the page is loaded up. This actually isn't my favorite design, but let's go with it for now. So what you see here is a real basic opt-in type page, a few elements already pre-selected. There's a background section. So if I click on that, you have all your options. So all the options for what to do are actually going to open up on the left-hand side. Let me move my little icon over. So you see on the left-hand side is where all your functionality for what you can actually do on the page opens up. So here is where I can start to change the background, the decorations, the typography, all of that stuff, the layout, all of those things. So let's work on some basic elements. So this heading, for example, if I click on that, it's immediately going to switch over in the left-hand side to the functionality to work on this heading. So for example, I can click on here, go into the main options. I can change the font very easily, select a new font or inherit theme fonts, something like that. Let me just change this here to Hindi. I don't know exactly what that font is, but they give you a ton of different fonts basically through WebSafe fonts. You're going to apply that there. And then from here, on the above that, you'll see the basic editing functionality appear. For example, if you want to bold it or unbold it, anything like that. Add a link to it, all this kind of stuff. So this is all basic functionality. If I click down here on the video element, this is where I can add the video. This is where I can actually change the style of the video. There's lots of different, you can see in here there's tons of different templates for different elements. So I can change the style of the video player to a white background, tablet style, or a lifted style, so it kind of has this undershadow. Here's a button element, really basic. All this stuff actually is quite there's a lot of functionality. So one cool thing you'll see in here is at the top, if you see up here a little thing called state, on a button, for example, you might want to change the hover color. So you can edit easily the hover color. So all I have to do is switch to hover, and now it'll let me change different elements of the hover state. So I can switch back to normal, and there I go. So there's so much that you can do with these landing pages. It's really fast, really simple to build awesome landing pages. You have a ton of functionality. Let's see here. Let's click on this. You can change borders. I could add, for example, a huge dotted border to this. See there? And then change the color of that border if I wanted. Whatever you want to do. It's actually much more, there's a lot more functionality than a tool like ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels is awesome for building sales funnels. Thrive Architect is my go-to for building landing pages with WordPress, simply because there's so much that you can do. So let's see, what else is in here? Yeah, so very important. If you want to start building on this actual page, boop. It's hard to move this little guy. Okay. So so far, I apologize. All I've shown you so far is some of the ways to change specific elements, but let's actually add new elements. So there's a ton of different types of elements in here that you can area. So I'm going to drag this image over here, and then you're simply going to drop in an image from your WordPress library. So for example, let me just add this from a recent post. I'll load it up. And then you have a new element on the page. And again, now you can start working with that element. You can add a border, whatever you want to do. Let's see what else. So the cool thing is they've done a lot of thinking. What's great about this company is they're really concerned with conversions. So they build a lot of tools that are built based around conversions. So they have Thrive Architect for your landing pages. They have Thrive Leads, which gives you tons of different plugins for generating an email list and building an email list from your blog. They have Thrive Apprentice, which lets you build WordPress courses directly into your blog, like almost like a course type format. And they have different tools for split testing headlines, for optimizing, for running split tests, all kinds of really cool stuff. So I just think it's I think it's the best, most consistently developed, best thought out tool for WordPress landing pages on the market. So let's run down here real quick. You can add paragraphs. Here's something I really want to talk to you guys about, and this is something that no other company or landing page tool has, and I think it's absolutely amazing. And that's something called Thrive Symbols. A Thrive symbol is an element that you can build into any place in your website, and when you change it in one place, it changes it across everywhere in your website. So for example, you might find, let's say for example, you're doing an affiliate product review on your website, and in the bottom area, you have a list of bonuses that you're giving out if somebody takes your product. And you use the same bonus box all throughout your website. So rather than having to change it everywhere, every single time, if you're going to update that, you change it one place, one time, and it updates it everywhere. So you can create tons of different Thrive symbols, and they will immediately be saved. So I have a bunch of these. I use them all the time. So for example, I have this resource list, and it updates it everywhere. But let's take a look at one of these little ones. So I have this affiliate disclosure box that I use at the top of all my blog posts, because disclosing your advertising relationship with a company is the law. So I don't want to have to update this everywhere every single time. I want to, if I have to change it or change out the link or change the wording or something, I can now all I have to do is I turn this element into a symbol, and I can now edit it one place and it edits it everywhere across my website. So that I think is one of the coolest things. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and mini review of what I consider to be the absolute best landing page builder on the market for WordPress, for bloggers. Remember, right below this video, I will drop my affiliate link. It'll send you over right away to Thrive Architect. If you purchase the product through my link, I will get a small commission at no additional cost to you. And I really appreciate it if you go that route. It gives me a tiny incentive to keep making cool videos. I enjoy doing it. But if you have any questions, hit me in the comments. Also, make sure to click subscribe and to hit the bell if you want to see more videos like this, especially about WordPress stuff. I tend to make videos for bloggers, for WordPress authors, things like that, to help them build their list, make more money on the internet, sell affiliate products, all that kind of stuff. So let's get out there, let's get after it, let's make some money on the internet. Go build your first landing page. It's super fast, super easy, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Have a good one.